Isabella Carter had devoted 5 years of her life to loving and waiting for her fiancé, Ethan. As a successful attorney, she was accustomed to navigating the complexities of others' lives, but she never imagined the tangled web she would find herself in just days before her wedding. On her way home from work, Isabella encountered a wounded dog lying on the road, bleeding profusely. Compassionate and determined, she rushed the animal to the nearest veterinary clinic. There, she met the skilled veterinarian, Dr. Victoria Reed, who miraculously saved the dog's life. Relieved and grateful, Isabella embraced Victoria, thanking her for her expertise. But as she glanced around the office, her eyes fell upon a photograph of Ethan on Victoria's desk. Curiosity turned to shock when Victoria revealed that Ethan was not just her friend, but her lover of many years. Isabella's world shattered in that moment, realizing that her entire relationship with Ethan had been a lie. Despite countless marriage proposals and her rising career, Isabella had clung to her love for Ethan, believing in their future together. Now she knew it was all built on deceit. Unable to ignore the painful truth, Isabella called off the wedding the day before the ceremony. She confronted Ethan in front of their families, exposing his betrayal. Stunned by her sudden decision, Ethan and her family demanded an explanation. With a heavy heart, Isabella recounted everything she had discovered, leaving everyone in shock. During this tumultuous period, Isabella's longtime friend, Gabriel Lawson, confessed his deep feelings for her. Gabriel had always admired Isabella from afar, but he never had the courage to speak up, especially since Ethan was his best friend. Now, with the truth out in the open, Gabriel revealed his love, offering Isabella the stability and honesty she craved. But Isabella, wounded and wary, couldn't simply switch her affections, not after the betrayal she had endured. At the same time, Isabella was deeply involved in a high-profile divorce case, representing a wealthy woman who sought to ruin her estranged husband, Jonathan Hayes, a powerful businessman in the city. The case took a surprising turn when Isabella uncovered that Jonathan was not the villain his wife painted him to be. Despite the false accusations and manipulation, Jonathan had remained composed and dignified throughout the proceedings.
If you like charming stories that touch the heart and inspire the mind, be sure to press the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive more wonderful tales.
Intrigued by his calm demeanor, Isabella decided to meet with Jonathan personally. During their conversation, he revealed that he had once been married, and that his ex-wife had left him due to the tragic loss of their unborn child, and his brother in a car accident. His business partnership with his ex-wife was the root of his current marital problems, but he was willing to give her everything she demanded just to end the torment. As Isabella delved deeper into the case, she found herself drawn to Jonathan's strength and integrity. She discovered that his ex-wife's bitterness stemmed from her inability to cope with their shared trauma, rather than from any wrongdoing on his part. Despite her growing feelings, Isabella tried to keep her distance, still reeling from the betrayal she had recently uncovered. On the day of the final court hearing, Jonathan agreed to his wife's terms, leaving her with everything she asked for. His ex-wife, realizing too late what she had lost, was filled with regret. The next day, Isabella received an invitation to the grand opening of Jonathan's newest restaurant, a venture he had dedicated to his late brother. At the event, Isabella's beauty captivated the guests, but it was Jonathan who was most enchanted. Without warning, he proposed to her, leaving Isabella stunned. Overwhelmed by her emotions and the whirlwind of recent events, she declined and quickly left the party. Undeterred, Jonathan followed her home, desperate to explain his intentions. He confessed that he had known about her for years and had always admired her from afar. When he learned she was handling his divorce case, he was thrilled but too afraid to approach her, knowing she was engaged. Isabella, conflicted but intrigued, decided to investigate Jonathan's past further. She secretly met with his ex-wife, who revealed the true nature of their marriage and the events that led to their divorce. Learning the full story, Isabella realized that Jonathan was sincere in his feelings and had suffered deeply from his past losses. Despite her reservations, Isabella allowed herself to be open to the possibility of love again. With Jonathan's persistent efforts and genuine affection, she gradually began to heal. As they started their life together, Jonathan proved to be the loving, devoted husband Isabella had always dreamed of, making up for all the pain and heartache she had endured. Years later, Isabella reflected on her journey and knew that walking away from Ethan was the best decision she had ever made. In Jonathan, she found the love she deserved, one built on trust, respect, and unwavering support.